Hey witches, how you doing today? We're back with another video, just barely. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. Basically, I am not having a great day. It is not going as I had planned, and here's a little bit about me. I am not good with change on short notice. I am not spontaneous. I need time to prepare and plan for any intended changes, and sometimes that lack of flexibility, that lack of spontaneity, it really affects my witchcraft. So we're going to talk about that today because I'm kind of curious if I'm the only one or if this is like a thing other people have too. But before we get into it, my name is Taya. Welcome to the channel. We talk about all things witchcraft, and for those of you who are returning viewers, maybe coming in from another video, welcome back. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, and all of you, please consider subscribing. It's a really great way to help us build the channel. So what is going on with me? Basically, I have ADHD, which I think I've talked about before on this channel, and I do. I'm diagnosed, I am medicated, I have like legit ADHD. And as such, I sort of need to plan out my days so that I sort of know what's gonna happen when I'm going to do things, when things need to be completed by. And a lot of that is because I have two times in my head. I have two times that I work with: now and not now. Now means I need to do it right now, or I need to, it's not something I have to worry about, it's not now, something for later. And those are the two time frames I tend to work with. So as an idea, typically on Wednesdays, I get up, I take my boys to school, I come home, I have a coffee, I surf social media, and then I script out my video for the day, I film it, and I upload it. And that is typically done by about noon. Maybe 1 o'clock, but usually by about noon I've got that done. It is not like a strict schedule, like at 9 o'clock I will script, and at 9:30 I will film. Like, it's not like that, but it's a general outline. It sets my expectations for the day. So today, on this Wednesday, in the morning, my mom called and she's like, hey, listen, I hate to do this, but would you be able to give me a ride to this medical appointment? And I'm like, yeah, sure, of course, right? Like, I mean, the biggest thing I have to do today is a YouTube video. Like, of course, I'll come and take you. And so we went, and now, coming home, I got home at about just after 12. And it's after that window when I usually do all of the work, all of the video work. And like, putting this video together today has been like pulling teeth because I missed my now time. And here's the thing, when I took her this morning, I was like, I know I'm cutting into my video time. While I was in the parking lot waiting for her to go in and have her appointment and come back out to take her home, I sat in the parking lot and brainstormed up all of these really cool video topics and things that I'm excited to talk about. But when I got home, I was just like, meh. Like, I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm past the window for videos now. And I don't know why I know why my brain works like that, but I'm just frustrated that my brain works like that. So, I mean, I know you're all like, get to the witchcraft part. How does this affect my witchcraft? I need lots of planning in advance because I am not good at incorporating things last minute. And mainly, that's because I am really bad with time. Like I said, I've got two times, now and not now. And the other thing I'm really bad at with time is estimating time. I.e., how much time do I have left until I have to start on to this next thing? Like things like picking up the kids at school. That happens at the same time every day, and that's non-negotiable. That's something I can't just like, oh, well, I can do that. That has to happen at that time. But estimating the amount of time I have between now and when that happens, I'm not so good. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I've got hours, when really I've got like, you know, I'm going to have to be there in 30 minutes. And other times it's like, you know, I've got hours, but I feel like, oh, it's going to happen right away. And the other thing I'm not good at with time is estimating how long it will take me to do something. So I'll give you an example from last week and the full moon on how this sort of bit me in the ass. Okay, so last week was the full moon. I believe it was Thursday. I don't even remember what day it was, but there was a day last week that was the full moon. And when I put together my catch-all planner last week, the planner where I put every day all the things I need to know, I didn't actually, I put in all the stickers and I made it look cool, and then I never actually went and wrote anything in it. And so the day of the full moon came, and it's not in my, I'm not even looking at my planner because I haven't put anything in it. I just have what's on my phone, all the like timely, like it just has appointments that I have to be at. And so it was like probably about just after lunchtime when I went, oh my God, today's the full moon. So I had to finish up a couple things, and it was 2 o'clock. Got to pick the boys up at 3 o'clock. And of course, I'm like, oh, I have to pick the boys up in an hour. I don't have time. Like, I don't have time right now to get into all this witchcraft stuff. But when I realistically look at it in retrospect, it would take me 15 to 30 minutes tops to finish up the basic thing I need to do on the sort of my full moon. It's not like a ritual, but there's like a set of questions that I go through and answer, like journaling that I do on the full moon. And I'm like, well, I don't want to start it and then not have time to finish it before I have to go pick the kids up, because after I pick up the kids, that sets a whole another series of things that have to happen, right? Like we come home and then it's like I've got snacks and kids, and then I've got to like start prepping dinner, and right? So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to finish it if I start it. I had an hour. In retrospect, I absolutely could have got that maybe 20 minutes worth of work done, and I would have felt really good about it. But instead, my brain was like, oh, you don't have time for that. So it's just really, today I'm just really frustrated because it threw off my whole video thing, and this is not the video that I wanted to make. And then I'm frustrated, like, with basically missing the full moon. I mean, and I could have done the full moon stuff the next day. But then it's not actually the full moon. And my brain is like, all or nothing. You've got to do all the work on the full moon or don't even bother. And these are just some of the things that I struggle with ADHD. And I mean, I do therapy. We work on this kind of stuff, but a lot of my brain patterns are they're really set. And because I didn't get diagnosed till late in life. So I have a really hard time overcoming some of these now and not now. It's all or it's nothing. It's, being able to judge and estimate time. Those are all skills that I just don't have. And so, yeah, I mean, it impacts my everyday life, but it really impacts my witchcraft sometimes. And I'm frustrated with that. And I guess I'm just curious. Do any of the rest of you struggle with like that sort of spontaneity or flexibility in your practice? How does that sort of affect you? Cause yeah, it's affecting my practice, and, yeah, I'm frustrated with it, and I'm just like trying to figure out ways to be better at being spontaneous. So, yeah, that's our video for today. Hopefully we'll have some of those really awesome topics coming up for you guys soon, because I did some brainstorming. I've got lots of good topics, but leave us a comment. Let us know how you are with flexibility and spontaneity in your practice, and otherwise, yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Mwah. Thanks so much, you guys.